Hey, what's up, everybody? Been a while since I did a video, but I wanted to do this video real quick just to show or share what I did today. That the first time for doing. I went into a bookstore, bam, Books a Million, and I spent a total of $136.09 on books today. And I just got a point in my life that I feel that it's very important. Had to wait to 47 years old to I really understood the importance of reading, but just over time, especially being a playwright, doing research and reading people books, reading about certain mental health, spiritual, just health and wellness, things like that. As a playwright, I do a lot of reading. However, I want to do more personal reading. Uh, they say a great man once said this, and I can't see a great man saying this. I can't put him in the category of being great when you say this. The best way to hide something from black people is to put it in a book. Now, mind you, I was I would say I would put it in that category, categorized as one of those people that this guy was saying, or he or she was saying. Not sure if they said who the person was who made that statement. But then again, they say a great person once said. I would say the person wasn't great, but the person was a motivator because it motivated me to not be that person anymore. So before me, I have books here. These are my personal books that I want to add to my collection of reading. I never want to be in that statement to ever prove this person right. I think in 2020 have challenged me, and hopefully challenge other people just to get out of that box of realizing that life sometimes isn't fair. We live in a year that was very challenging, but we also can make things differently moving forward. So I'm gonna show you the books that I've read, I'm gonna read, and that I'm interested in reading, and I'm gonna tell you why. The first one is this, okay? Robert Kiyosaki. I was a fan of his back in the day. It was Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's his first book I ever read. It was very interesting. Now, this Rich Guide to Investing, what the rich invest in, that the poor and the middle class do not. Now, I consider myself in the middle class category. All right, so therefore, I want to learn more about investing. I want my money to work for me while I sleep. So the money I'm working, or I say the money that I make as my full time job, because I'm not a full time playwright. If God lead me to do that, I'm welcome to do that. I'm happy to do that. But in the meantime, I got to get my grind on and to work full time. All right. So as my full time job pays my bills and put me in a situation where I can make money on the side. Invest my money. I want my money to now work for me as I build my production company. All right. Because if I don't have the financial foundation, as my company begins to grow, production company begins to grow, I definitely want the money that I'm making for my plays to begin to grow and to capitalize and grow when I'm sleeping. How can I do that? I have to go out, invest in books like this, and start reading and learning from people who's wealthy, not just rich, wealthy, because it's different. So there's another book for dummies. I'm a dummy investing. All right. So I got this book here. All right. So I'm gonna read this here, begin to read this here because I want to really, truly start investing my money into different stocks and going for that. If I don't know what I'm doing, jumping out and just creating a an account with Robinhood and understanding what Robinhood and other website like that is like, I have to understand what I need to do once I join that website and become uh, a member and start investing. Now, what got me into investing more is because the group of people I'm around. I have guys, my good friends that motivates me, and I hear them talking about the thousand they made of day trading or just investing their money in a certain company and things like that, and they get excited, and I see the excitement in their eyes, and all I said, well, I want to learn from them, and they're open to teach me. So as I learn from them and read these books, I tell you, next year around this time frame, I'm gonna be totally different in my financial knowledge of investing. All right. They show another side of me, right? Some of you guys probably won't do this, but I'm gonna do this. I even chose this book, y'all. Yeah. You're like, why in the world do you want to read about her? Candace Owens is the Blackout. How black people can make its second escape, second escape from the Democrat plantation. I chose this book because I like to look at all sides, not just one side. I would never be a one-sided person because I feel like you got to be understand to understand everybody, and then I make that decision of what I want to believe in and support and things like that. Okay, I grew up in a Democratic home. I'm Democratic, and but I don't allow Democrat party to control me because there's a lot of things I disagree with the Democrat Party, and there's a lot of things that I disagree with the Republican Party. But I listen to both sides, and I like to make my own decision. Okay, Candace very open to how she believe in and about the Democrats, and I want to read her side of the story and see if she has any reason of good thoughts about how the Democrats have controlled the black people and kept them down in the school system, the community, if families, whatever. Um, Entrepreneurship, getting loans from banks. I want to see, that side and read and do my own research and make my own decision. On top of that, let me show you else that I'm gonna read on. Yeah, you like what in the? But look at that price. I could not refuse that. $7.95, $7.97, please. So look, you like what in the world? You gonna read this about Donald Trump? Donald Trump Jr. Well, the title of this book that caught my attention: Donald Trump Jr. Triggered: How the Left Thrives on Hate and Wants to Silence Us. All right, I want to know who the us is, and I want to know, is it true that do us as Democratic people just focus on hate? And when we just focus on hate, that other things that we don't see and we're blinded because they want us just to focus on racism and police brutality. And the other side, and when they keep that narrow topic in, or that big topic in that keep us narrow-minded, that we don't focus on investing, and doing something, allow our money to work while we sleep, and then we're advancing, coming out of the poor class to the middle class to the upper class and down to the wealthy. But we just focus on hate, we're not gonna do anything else because we're just so emotionally upset. Okay? So I want to see what Donald Trump Jr. is talking about. Maybe I'm learning something from that. I'm still a Democrat, all right? But I want to learn from all sides, right? So let's go to my next book. Bam! My man LeBron. No, I don't know LeBron. Sorry, LeBron, your book is $6.97. But hey, you don't care because that's a tax write-off. But you're teaching me and other millions of people who purchased your book how you, as being a LeBron Incorporated, all right, the making of a billion-dollar athlete. I'm sorry, I'm not sure if LeBron wrote this book. Look like it's by Brian Windhorst. So, sorry, Brian, but it's a tax write-off. Again, $6.976, but good for me. But it's still good for you because it's a tax write-off with this book. But he see what I saw and see in LeBron, how LeBron have changed the whole dynamics of being an athlete in the NBA. I think other athletes have capitalized and emulated LeBron because LeBron is not just an athlete. LeBron is a CEO of himself. LeBron is a visionary. LeBron is gonna soon to be a billionaire. LeBron is now just made an extension with the Lakers at $85 million. LeBron would never, ever work a 9 to 5. LeBron kids will never work a 9 to 5. LeBron grandkids will never work a 9 to 5 because LeBron knew the advantage of making himself an incorporated CEO of his body and his mind, and he invested in it. Now he's giving back to the community with the schools and being an advocate for civil rights and things like that. Because when you're in power and you have knowledge and reading and listening to other people and grooming them, now you get in a situation where LeBron could be his own person and control himself, and they can't stop him because LeBron understands the importance of making himself a CEO of his company, LeBron Incorporated. A great book I look forward to reading. All right, so The Making of a Billion-Dollar Athlete. everybody who's have the ability to become a professional athlete, you should be following LeBron concept. I'm telling you, the man's amazing. I'm still upset or sorry he left the Miami Heat because I'm a Heat fan. Going out of Broward County, born and raised Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So I was so excited to see my Heat brought it to another level. You know, when LeBron was there. But hey, I still respect LeBron as an athlete, as a person, because LeBron mindset. You know, when you got a mindset like that, if you gotta respect somebody like that and believe him and support him. So I wish LeBron more and more and more abundantly in his life, in his family life. My last book I look forward to read. My main man right here. Bam. I just got it on the sale. All right, and bam, look at that. Look at that, man. Look at that view right there. You know, this book right here cost me $49 or $44, and I got it on sale, y'all, at Books A Million. I look forward to reading this book here. I love this here because me being a black man, to see another black man, I'm gonna see it, guys. Y'all gonna see the mess of my office. I got stacks of paper everywhere. You be like, forget what I just said. You look at, oh, look at this messy office, but nah. What I was gonna look to my left because I got portraits of the newspaper that I went